I'm going to allow the player to do X number of reps, and this goes more to what you're talking about, Todd. Before we have like those really successful attempts, before that player understands what they need to do. And again, by understand what they need to do, I mean can actually execute a successful rep. That's a really key distinction. Before they execute a successful rep. Delayed feedback means I might give them feedback every 5 or 10 swings. Okay, 5 or 10 swings, say, okay, this, what did it feel like? Ask them, and then we move on. Immediate feedback would be that every single rep they do, I'm going to tell them something about it. How many people do that? Just curious. I did it for a long time in my career. And then we have another one that's called guidance. What is guidance? This is going to be really weird coming from a guy that owns a training aid company. So guidance is like those kind of devices that force you into a position. So anything, not that just gives you a feel of what it might feel like to get in that position, but something that like literally forces you in that position. Like you're sticking your butt directly in the wall and it's not going to move and it's there. Okay? Guidance is something that forces you into a position and you don't really have to think about what you're doing because it just automatically moves you there. Okay? Any ideas on what's going to happen on the retention on these different ideas? The delayed feedback you already see. It's clinically proven. You'll see delayed feedback will actually produce lasting results in retention. Immediate feedback doesn't do as well. Okay, so people do not learn as much with immediate feedback after every single one. Guidance, they'll come back in 48 hours and it's like they never started. Okay, kind of interesting stuff, but that's a really kind of cool piece there. This is another one that I like to talk about in this. And this is another example of the best coaches in the world that I've seen, is that they do not say that much. I don't know if you've ever watched all these guys, but they generally they'll stand back there and they'll watch the player go. They might give them one cue or one thing to think about, and 25, 30 seconds later, maybe 10 minutes later, they'll give them like another little cue, like, oh, well, what did that feel like there? But they definitely do not talk very much. And I would say it's one thing that all of you guys could try. It goes back to that one initial philosophy we have about minimal input for maximum output. Do the best you can to get the results without having to talk so much. I think it's such an interesting thing that you see with the best coaches in the world. Another technique